Yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Right in the 8. Great.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
To the set. 180.
Check 45 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Gun.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, check. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. He don't know no better.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's been a long day for you.
Eight.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Watch the screen.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 20-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
59. You got nothing with that.
39.
Check. Rush in.
Hey, express.
Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, 59, ready.
A 1st down carry for Smith. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. There's overload.
Hey, express, express.
Coming for you. I'm coming for you. Here we go.
What is that?
Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deone Bucannon. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slant.
Great, great.
He's coming. We got double up. Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Step one in. Look at him.
45. Nice, sweetheart.
Hey.
Watch the whip. Tighten up. Slant.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
20.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might knock it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Under 10.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Down, ready.
59. Hey, tight.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Their 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert. 3 down. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Jim.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Ready, 25.
Check, watch 54. 3 buzz.
Hey, son.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
At the 16-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
Mike, 45. Drop deep, drop deep.
Great.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Let's go, let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. He's checking.
20.
45, Mike, 45.
From the 16, Newton looking left side. He's got it complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First down, Carolina.
That's it. Let's get it.
Here we go. Check. Lucky.
Great.
Check Mike 45.
Let's get it.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Gun.
45. Mike, 45.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
On first down, Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check 52.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
20.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That's complete to Smith. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll try to run forward with Smith, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Hey, wahoo! Space. So don't say nothing.
On 1st down, Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
59.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Wide open receiver complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
22. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, echo. Gun.
Mike's 59. Hey, keep it up.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Gun.
Reset. Mike, check. 59. Watch the curls.
Second and 10 now. Ryan letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Duke.
To throw again is Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Check 24. Check. Wait. Jump.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Wait. Don't let him breathe. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mack Hollins the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Hey, 59, ready?
Mike,
Hey, South.
Let's go, T. Let's go. 54.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
21.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, high 7.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this
You're going to do that?
I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
59. Here we go, D.
Now Ito Smith. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey,
of the gun. It's Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Switch. Eight. Check 99. Check 3. Check 3. Check. Watch twist.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Check safety.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 91 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Tight end's right. Check. You got 3. Three down. Check. Peek edge.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go.
After the sack on first down, Ryan. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Smith. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Ready, Black 25.
Double time. We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Hey, check 2.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. K'Wan Short able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Hey! Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan to throw. Complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, check.
54.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Ryan. Caught by Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Johnny, 280.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Record.
51, sub.
Mike,
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Ready, 280.
Anybody's coming. Watch him. Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island.
Ryan finding Julio out wide. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
59, ready, 280.
59. I got you.
Hey, express.
Dudes. Undercrunch. What?
21.
Quick dad.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Gun.
Hey.
54, stop. Ready to go. Ready, set.
Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game. Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan. No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Don't get nervous. 8. Hatch it.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Set. McKinney. Mike, 45. Down to lose 1. Check. Crouch. 20.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton complete. Smith has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Gun.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
8. 60 ball. Mike, check.
Newton throwing again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Smooth. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
Back to the air on second down. Ryan. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check Mike. Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got to get the flag. 25 tonight.
On third down, Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
5. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready, we're going.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, South.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Mike 25 tonight.
Throwing again. Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
It's our time.
Throwing again. Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Bravo.
54.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, But they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go. Check. Walk with the exit.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 18-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Check three.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And an alley to run. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight dog.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 1st down, Logan. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.